Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Friday, July 9th, 2021. I'm Trellona Charles. In the headlines tonight, 2 individuals facing separate alleged incest charges, one Mount Morris businessman and a pharmacist. Social Development Minister calls on religious leaders to tackle the issue of child sexual abuse on their pulpits. Education Minister outlines new initiatives to be implemented in the new school year. In our One Caribbean hookup, police say foreign hit squad killed Haiti's president and at least 50 people killed in a Bangladesh factory fire. Coming up in sports, Grenadian Olympian Delron Fiddix scheduled to depart for Tokyo this weekend. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The statistics relating to child sexual abuse in Grenada just shifted gears as police added 2 more reports of alleged incest. V. Swan Norton Sinanon, a 41-year-old businessman resided at Mount Morris, St. George, was arrested and charged on Thursday on 6 counts of incest and 1 count each of sexual assault and indecent assault on a minor. Sinanon was brought before the St. George's Magistrates Court on Friday and he was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison. He will make his next court appearance on July 27th. In an unrelated matter, Lawrence Bell, a 54-year-old pharmacy inspector of Marlmount St. David, was arrested and charged by officers assigned to the Special Victims Unit for 1 count of incest. Bell is presently in police custody and additional charges are anticipated to be preferred against him. The issue of child sexual abuse continues to plague the country, and Social Development Minister Delma Thomas is calling on leaders throughout the country, and in particular religious leaders, to add their voices to address the issue.
Social Development Minister Delma Thomas is encouraging leaders to use their pulpit to preach on the issue of child sexual abuse.
I call not only on us or our partners, but I call on the nation. I call on our leaders within the church that our pulpit should be an area to preach against, our whole sermon should be against child sexual abuse. We should not wait until we have an incident of child sexual abuse to talk against it, Mr. Speaker.
In her ministerial statement in the House of Representatives on Wednesday, Minister Thomas said the statistics, which continue to show an increase in sexual abuse against children, is painful. She said the real issue to tackle is prevention, while calling on the legal system to ensure the judgment handed down deters offenders.
This platform to call on the legal system, let us look seriously on the penalty that we are giving. Let us send a strong message outside there to a perpetrator that it is not okay to abuse our children. And I call on the media too. Even in our reporting sometimes, we damage the children even more. You know, there's an incident where a child say, I'm not willing to go to school, everybody know it's me. And so, Mr. Speaker, we must take those things into consideration when we deal with those particular issues. Yes, we want to expose the victim. Sorry, we want to expose the perpetrator, and I call for us to expose the perpetrator as we will be doing when we present the next bill. But I also call on us to protect the victims, the innocent children across our Trellona state.
She also spoke to government's plan to table a draft sexual offenders registry bill that will be tabled in the next sitting of Parliament.
I'm pleased to announce, Mr. Speaker, that Cabinet has approved this draft sexual offenders registry bill, and we had a number of consultations before. Tomorrow, please God, at 2 o'clock at the Youth Center, there will be a major consultation with partners of the Ministry of Social Development, together with the Ministry of Legal Affairs, where the bill will be discussed. As we prepare, Mr. Speaker, at the next sitting, we will be tabling that bill at this honorable house, Mr. Speaker.
Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
It is workers' constitutional right to engage in protest action to publicize issues affecting them. However, recent industrial action taken by public officers and specifically teachers is pushing government to implement measures to cushion the impacts it will have on the nation's children.
Education Minister Emmeline Pierre is not taking lightly protest actions taken by teachers as she addressed the impact on the lives of students.
But the important thing to note is that when school reopens, -4%, how do we govern? How do we manage? How do we ensure that our children have the best opportunity for an education that would impact their lives forever?
She said issues facing the education sector are much more than the 4% salary increase owed to teachers by government.
And Mr. Speaker, that is why every time I speak to the issue of results, I keep reminding us that as we celebrate those persons who do extremely well, so as we celebrate the boy who gets 19 subjects, excellent. He needs to be raised on somebody's shoulder and celebrated. Are we remembering those persons who did not even get a chance to write one subject? Are we considering those persons who actually dropped out in the process between Form 1 and Form 5? Are we speaking about a quarter of students entering a particular school and 50% almost of those students did not make it to graduate?
Minister Pierre also disclosed some initiatives to be implemented in the new school year. She said in September, every school in Grenada will have a manager and a spiritual leader. She explains the reasoning for this decision.
That, Mr. Speaker, will ensure that our principals receive more support for instructional supervision. So the administrative aspect of running a school, we would see now that principals would have more support, that they can focus more on ensuring that all of our children get that opportunity to succeed.
Another area for change will include more training for teachers. She said they have already written to schools that they are moving to extend the teachers' training from a 2 to 3 year program at the T.A. Marisha Community College.
So we are moving from a 2-year to a 3-year program, spreading that so that our teachers do not have to be taken away from the classroom for that program. So it's going to accomplish something. It's going to accomplish the increased opportunity for teachers to be certified, but it's also going to open another opportunity, and I've said this over and over. Just as we train nurses to go into nursing, just as we train lawyers to go into law, we have to professionalize our system of education in Grenada.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The Grenada Tourism Authority has rebranded internally with the aim of revising the way tourism is perceived and the role it plays in the country. This as the GTA introduced its new leadership team and its overseas team to the media on Friday. New CEO of the GTA, Petra Roach, says the goal is to have tourism to be seen not just as an economic driver, but also a development tool for the people. Gerard Joseph has the details.
Tourism has to become the business of each and every Grenadian. Words from the recently appointed Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roach, who says they have identified a strategy after much deliberation to recover from the pandemic. The CEO says they are now expanding the distribution channels with which Grenada is sold to include smaller, more boutique and specialized operators.
And I know that we also face the challenge. Grenada. People know Grenada. They know that it is an island in the Caribbean, but they don't understand what that value proposition is. They don't understand the experience proposition. And if you think about it in terms of the distribution, these tour operators, they're selling thousands of places, thousands of hotels, etc. So they haven't got the opportunity to take time and resources into explaining deeper what the added value component of a holiday to Grenada means.
The goal, she says, is for Grenada to not only be branded as a beach holiday destination, but to include our other natural assets, which has led to Grenada's dominance at the Chelsea Flower Show and the recent title of the world's first culinary capital.
If you think about it and you ask any fisherman or any farmer how is their business going at the minute, what they will say to you is rough, because we have to get away, or we have to really drill down and understand that tourism lends opportunity for each and every one of us. And that's the message that we're going to be taking, because ultimately the people of Grenada are the manifestation of who we are. They're the eyes and ears in the industry. They are the people that the visitors will be interacting with.
The GTA CEO says the aim is to maximize the use of the West Indian School of Hospitality to develop local talent together with other initiatives to gain competitive advantage. She anticipates a full return of capacity seats from the United Kingdom from mid-July. The same is expected from Canada and Germany in November and from the United States on December 1st. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
This is news at 7. Coming up, CARICOM Chair Gaston Brown encourages regional leaders to seek herd immunity as he begins his 6-month stint. Stay with us.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
of Waggity Virtual Bingo! For just $12 per ticket, you can win a grand prize of $10,000. Now that's a lot of money. If you're in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. And if you're playing from overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, July 18th, join the fun and excitement online, because whenever you hear this sound,
Oh, pressure.
somebody's about to bingo!
Somebody finally pop up on the screen. Who's that lucky person?
Play Waggity Virtual Bingo, the new way to play bingo.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
The Children and Adolescents Ministries of the Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventists presents Faith is the Victory Gospel Series. Get ready to be blessed by dynamic young preachers. This life-changing gospel series begins on Sunday, 4th July 2021 and continues nightly at 7 p.m. This series will be streamed on Mission Live GND via YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe now. There will be good gospel singing, prayers, special features, and powerful preaching. Come hear interesting topics such as faith as a mustard seed, the shield of faith versus the fiery darts, and the most powerful secret weapon. Above all, God will be there through the Holy Spirit, offering the free gifts of salvation. Come one, come all, and hear children on a mission. It will be awesome and amazing.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Drop by any one of our 8 locations today. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Health Minister Nicholas Steele says that despite Grenadians' hesitation to take the COVID-19 vaccine AstraZeneca, government is not contemplating legislating orders to make it mandatory. We get more in this report.
Confirming the government letter signed by Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles, which was issued to Sandals Resort, ordering the management of the hotel to ensure all staff is vaccinated due to COVID-19 pandemic. Minister Steele said that several similar letters were issued to properties that host visitors.
What the ministry has said, and I have made, and there have been other public statements, that quarantine sites, any site that is a quarantine site, has to have all employees fully vaccinated. So any hotel that has persons coming in from abroad, spending a time in quarantine, regardless of the hotel or facility, they must have everyone fully vaccinated. So we've done inspections and placed entities on warning, and they have a certain time frame in which to remedy. Otherwise, they'll be taken off the list.
As it relates to exemption for vaccination, Minister Steele said there are medical exemptions.
WHO, Pan American Health Organization, has approved the AstraZeneca for pregnant and breastfeeding, but there may be extenuating circumstances in a pregnancy that may exclude an individual. That would be determined on a case-by-case basis, I think, with their medical practitioner.
In response to accusation towards the government that they are contradicting themselves, Minister Steele had this response.
Remained relatively safe in Grenada because the Ministry of Health and Government of Grenada has done everything possible to keep our borders as safe as possible. And that means that we must utilize any and all tools available to us to keep the public safe. Our quarantine sites are high-risk environments. So too are airports and individuals who are transporting persons in quarantine. And therefore, to keep the rest of the population safe while there is still vaccine hesitancy, we have to ensure that those sites and individuals working and interacting at those sites.
To date, Grenada remains with no active COVID-19 case, and the record of July 2nd shows that 37,331 people are vaccinated. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, called on CARICOM leaders to tackle the issue of vaccine hesitancy.
The call was made at the 42nd regular meeting of the CARICOM heads of government by Prime Minister Brown, who will chair CARICOM for the next 6 months. The annual summit began on Monday in the shadow of a global health pandemic that has crippled local economies. He said it is important for countries to reach herd immunity. On the issue of tourism, he said increased movement of people in our community will be a major boost to our economies in seeking to rebound, as he pointed out the need to establish common or harmonized health protocols for travel that...
Just in this regard, we need to immediately establish common or harmonized regional health protocols for travel that are clear to the public and communicated widely. The discriminatory practice of banning travel from member states with elevated levels of COVID while accommodating guests from countries of higher risk should be discouraged.
Prime Minister Brown also pointed to the importance of agriculture and the need to strengthen the sector.
Colleagues, although it was acknowledged before, this pandemic has brought into stark relief the danger of our overwhelming dependence on tourism for our economic well-being. Our deliberations here in conference have shown us that economic diversification, especially in agriculture, is vital to us, and we need to accelerate our efforts in strengthening the sector. Included in that conversation must be a more meaningful and revitalized role for the CDB and the CDF.
The two-day virtual meeting is the last for outgoing CARICOM Secretary General Orin Larocque, who acknowledged that during his 10-year tenure, much more could be done in strengthening the 15th member regional grouping. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Gone are the days of records, tapes, CDs, and DVDs. Music is now downloaded, streamed, and distributed electronically. This has many implications for the future and protection of Caribbean music. Eugene Gittins will explore some of these implications on GBN's Greens Music to the World program. Krista Campbell tells us more.
Change, disruption, transformation. All of it accelerating. That's the story of the tech-transformed world of media and entertainment. The music industry is no exception. Technology has already had a significant effect on the business of creating and distributing music, and perhaps there may be future implications. But what does the digital future of music look like? Host of the Greens Music to the World program, Eugene Gittins, and leading Caribbean experts will transcend in time and explore future music market trends. Eugene Gittins told the GBN more about the show's hot topic and special guest appearance.
Out of Trinidad, now based in St. Lucia, we have Dr. Keith Nurse. He's a creative industries specialist, currently the president of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College in St. Lucia. And out of Barbados, we have Dr. Erica Smith. She is a copyright expert and the head of the Barbados Copyright Association, COSCAP. They will be talking about the digital future of music and copyright in the Caribbean.
Mr. Gittins extended a special invitation to all persons involved in the creative industry to learn more about the subject matter.
The program is really geared at people in the creative industries, and that would include musicians, artists, dancers, writers, all those people. And so we invite everyone to make use of this tremendous opportunity to hear our own Caribbean authorities on these matters.
The program airs on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon and is available on all GBN platforms. Krista Campbell, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Let's take a look around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. During Wednesday's Parliament sitting, a bill was passed that will cancel the annual Carnival Monday and Tuesday holidays for the year 2021. Tonight, we listen to the opinions of our online and listening audience as they discuss whether the Carnival holidays should be kept or cancelled.
There could have been a compromise. Give the Monday a full day holiday and let us get on with productivity from Tuesday.
We've lost so many days since this pandemic has hit us. So much productivity has been lost. You're telling me there is no carnival, but you're just staying home to do what? Are they going to stay home with no pay? They want to be paid to stay home? Just to do nothing? Oh, come on, Grenadians, get real.
Minister Steele said Grenadians will die. Yes, Grenadians will die from stress from the NNP. We can't have our local sporting activities, school events, and so forth, but we had cricket. We won the holidays, please. You say no, election too.
Too much tension in the world, and this is going to bring more tension. We have to be a little more psychological. I think we should leave the holiday.
Please tell Prime Minister Mitchell and his government cabinet that we want the 2 days holiday, please, please, and thanks.
Well, a lot of people would like to have the Carnival celebration, but not everyone goes out to Carnival. Some people might have family events that they would like to schedule for that day.
Of course, we have lots of holidays. We have January, nobody can take from us. We have March, we have Easter holidays, nobody can take that from us. We have Whit Monday, we have Corpus Christi, we have, again, they gave us in the 25 and they got the invention. And we have Christmas holidays, we always have holidays. So if they take that one day away from us, abide with it, because there's some reason why they take it.
No, he had no right. I don't like or go to Carnival, but he had no right to remove them as holidays. I don't see that those official worldwide holidays will be cancelled. The holiday in August is only in Grenada. Remember, it was not always in August. We can have it any other month.
That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page. From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
It is that time of the year when students, big and small, make that transition in life. Bidding goodbye to friends, their principals, teachers, and supporting staff. Tonight's GBN ISA submission is a treat by Beacon Kindergarten graduates. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead, see who the Grenada Tourism Authority credits for Grenada's newest title as the world's first culinary capital. This is News at 7.
Customer services, bill payment, revenue collections. We are open. NOASA's Lucas Street headquarters.
Come, we are excited to serve you.
NOASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
Hey look, rhythm coconut, rum lemon, passion fruit, sorrel, even the exotic spicy rum.
Ah, the flavored rums of Grenada Distillers Limited.
Class codes?
Yes, girl. They are all produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited in Woodlands. You know, all their rums are world-class and internationally acclaimed, winners of numerous gold medals.
I have the spicy rum.
Grenada's #1 rum. We drink it on sport. Add a little flavor to your life.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Montreal, it's time to line virtually one more time. Gemma Rayburn Baines here for Spice Island Cultural Festival, a celebration of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. This summer's festival is a celebration of life with food, fashion, music, and culture. Join us online Saturday, July 10th, 3 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube at Spice Island Cultural Festival. Info, spiceislandculturalday.com.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Now is
is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. On June 29th, the World Food Travel Association named Grenada as the world's first culinary capital. Culinary Capitals is a regenerative tourism program devised by the WFTA to put the spotlight on culinary cultures around the world as the tourism industry begins to recover after its long hiatus. But just how did Grenada, the spice of the Caribbean, achieve such an accolade? GBN spoke to one of the most instrumental persons the Grenada Tourism Authority has credited for such an achievement during GTA's engagement with the media on Friday.
One of the most prominent local chefs, Belinda Bishop, tells GBN that such an achievement did not come overnight, but due to hard work and dedication for the past 11 years. Grenada was recently given the title as the world's first culinary capital. The founder of Flavors Grenada says she is elated to witness such an achievement where our local culinary arts are recognized.
And for Grenada, I think it's a huge accomplishment. And we have everything here. I mean, we have every spice there is, and this is where the culinary capital definitely should be.
Chef Belinda attributes Grenada's sustainability and diverse agricultural produce, including our spices, as some of the factors to our recent success.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. We're going to have a lot of attention on us, and I think even in the last couple of years, you see a lot of the young budding chefs coming out and doing things that are just different. The whole idea is just to create a new and contemporary Grenadian cuisine, and we can do it right now. This is our time.
In working towards the development of a new local cuisine, which will personify Grenada's rich culture and heritage, Chef Belinda impresses our traditional foods will not be left out.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that is really what we're doing, is taking the traditional Grenadian recipes and kind of twisting it and turning it and fusing it with different things that we have right here, and to create the new contemporary cuisine that's really healthy and utilizing all the rich agriculture that we have here in Grenada as well.
She says part of the initiative to prove Grenada is the culinary capital of the world is a culinary camp for young people, which is ongoing, where they are taught to create new and different cuisines with local produce and spices. Chef Belinda's culinary treat was part of the GTA's engagement on Friday. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, Anderson Alexander, a 32-year-old resident of Birchgrove St. Andrew, was arrested and charged for 4 counts of stealing and 4 counts of house break-ins on Thursday after a spate of illegal break-ins in the town of Grenville. Alexander was brought before the Grenville Magistrates Court on Friday, where he pleaded guilty to all charges and was sentenced to Her Majesty's Prison as follows: 2 4-month imprisonment to run concurrently, 2 4-month imprisonment to run consecutively, 2 6-month imprisonments to run consecutively, and another 2 6-month imprisonment to run consecutively. Stay with us. The weather and sports is up next.
Calling all shareholders of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union Limited. It is your time again. You are invited to the 39th Annual General Meeting to be held on Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. Come be a part of the business of your credit union. Learn of the 2020 performance and participate in the discussions for the future of your institution. Register early for attendance at the Grenada Trade Center Annex or by virtual participation via the Zoom meeting platform. Look out for your e-report coming soon via email or WhatsApp. Starting time 3 p.m. sharp. This year's theme is focused on rethinking and redefining our business. It is your credit union, my credit union, and our business. For further information, please contact us at 440-1755 or 405-6670.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business. Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
This is the weather for tonight and the next 3 days. Tonight's minimum temperature 26.5 degrees Celsius. The weather will be generally fair, windy and hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few light isolated showers. Wind east and northeasterly to easterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides low at 8:20 p.m., high at 2:40 a.m. On Saturday, the weather will be partly cloudy, windy and hazy with few light to moderate showers, becoming more frequent overnight. On Sunday, the weather will be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and breezy with some light to moderate showers and the low chance of thunder mostly at night. On Monday, the weather will be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with some light to moderate morning showers, decreasing in cloudiness and showers as the day progresses. Good evening, sporting fans. Grenadian Olympic swimmer Delron Felix will be the first to depart to Japan for the Summer Olympics. Delron is one of the 2 swimmers selected to represent Grenada in Tokyo.
Well, I leave on this Sunday. I'm the first to reach into Tokyo. As we get up there, we go into a camp. The camp is 7 days, and we move into the village on the 17th. The camp is just to acclimatize, get some training in a 50-meter pool, and begin the whole race process, really taper down on training and try to get fast during that period, and then moving over to the village. My event falls on the 28th, so I compete at the end of the whole swimming discipline. So the goal is to, really take the period and try to train as much as I could in the better facilities to, assist when the day comes to race.
Stryer Boys FC joins the list of teams in the B Division who recorded victories in the opening week of the St. Andrews Football League. Stryer Boys rebounded from a 2-goal deficit to defeat Marquee United 3-2. Darrell Raymond scored in the 4th minute and Kwame Julien in the 14th minute to put Marquee in front. However, goals from Junior Hoston in the 57th, Mark McKean in the 70th and Ryan Lambert in the 80th gave Stryer Boys a victory. In the second match at Victoria Park, Ethiopian Stars, despite early goals, lost 5-3 to MSO Exodus. Kwame Isaac netted in the 4th, Jamal Belfon in the 34th, and Rickson Phillip in the 85th minute for Stars. However, braces from Jensen Phillip in the 48th and 88th minute, Darren Modu in the 54th and 83rd, plus a goal from Ronald Phillip in the 76th minute gave MSO Exodus the win. As the West Indies heads into their 5-match T20 series against Australia, white ball captain Kieron Pollard has conceded that the team struggles with rotating the strike, but says they are constantly working to resolve the problem. He does admit, however, that there are limitations to what they are able to do and when. The West Indies, 2-time T20 world champions, lost the just concluded 5-game series 3-2 to South Africa, primarily because the team consistently failed to chase modest totals despite the presence of a number of power hitters in its batting lineup. Statistics show that while they have out-hit their opponents with the 6s and 4s, it is in the rotating of the strike that the team is weakest, allowing as many as 8 overs per match in dot balls. Pollard believes the situation could become a concern, especially when it seems that the players are not able to deliver in situations when they are unable to blast balls to or over the boundary. That's it for sports. Our One Caribbean Hookup is up next. This is your One Caribbean Hookup. Police say a group of 28 foreign mercenaries, including retired Colombian soldiers, assassinated Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse earlier this week. After a gun battle in the capital Port-au-Prince, 17 were detained, some at the house they were using, others after entering Taiwan's diplomatic compound. 3 suspects were killed by police and 8 are still being sought. It is still unclear who organized the attack and with what motive. The attack took place in the early hours of Wednesday when gunmen broke into the president's home in Port-au-Prince, shooting him dead. Moise, 53, was found lying on his back with 12 bullet wounds and a gouged eye, according to the authorities. His wife, Martin Moise, 47, was seriously wounded and is in a stable condition after being flown to Florida for treatment. Antigua and Barbuda's cabinet has announced the island's first authorized fete. However, only 300 vaccinated individuals are allowed to attend, and there are other strict protocols to which patrons will need to adhere. Details in this ABS News report.
Cabinet has announced the first authorized fete on the season's calendar will take place on Sunday, July 18, 2021 at the Coolidge Cricket Grounds with a maximum attendance of 300 fully vaccinated patrons. Cabinet has highlighted, based on the risk of a spike in COVID-19 cases, the fete will be subjected to strict protocols. Minister for Information, the Honorable Melford Nicholas, spoke about one of the main requirements to which patrons will need to adhere.
Getting home by 3 is an indication that we have created a window and an opportunity for us to get back to a degree of normalcy, and that we have contained it within that particular time frame.
Notwithstanding, Minister Nicholas says police should be tolerant to patrons who have their fete stubs on hand.
The police will be tolerant if you have those particular circumstances. Your car was in a difficult parking area, but the fact is that you would have the insignia of your attendance at the event and you're trying to get home, and we want you to get home safely.
Events must end by 2:30 a.m. and patrons must keep proof of ticket purchase and wristbands in case they are stopped by police on their way home after the event. All patrons must arrive home before 3 a.m. Cabinet says a full epidemiological study will be conducted after the first event to determine if anyone has become infected. Subsequent fetes will only be permitted to proceed once the first fete is proven to have been safe. Officials say this is because science indicates spikes in infections follow mass gatherings. Shanikisha Francis for ABS News.
Meanwhile, in St. Vincent, protesters came out for the second time this week in front of the Parliament building to express their dissatisfaction with what they say are several social ills and injustices taking place in the country. There was a heavy police presence at the protest than on Tuesday, which was a bit rowdy. We get more in this report.
In front of Parliament, protesters continue to demand justice for all and for other social ills in society to be addressed fairly. The disgruntled protesters confronted the police at the entrance of Parliament building. Attempts to block the road led to a brief confrontation with the police. For some like this gentleman, he had a personal reason to join the protest.
My wife's pension, that is giving me 600 and somebody else per month. And for over a year now, I'm not getting nothing.
And have you tried different ways of maybe inquiring to see why?
I go to the INS, I went to a lawyer, all kind of things I done. They tell me open a bank account, I do that. And I set up the account, my bank account to the bank, and up to now, nothing coming through.
Members of the Special Services Unit, SSU, stood on top of the Central Market, having a keen eye on the protesters and the Parliament building. No one was allowed access to the area, as we were told it was for security purpose. On the ground were members of the Rapid Response Unit. After Parliament took a break around 2:30, Leader of the Opposition, Dr. Godwin Friday, joined the protesters. He told them he is proud of them and the turnout. He also reiterated his call for fresh elections.
My goal is for fresh elections in this country. That will elevate this coast and the lives of the people of this country.
According to Dr. Friday, they will be referring to the Market Square where the ongoing protest has been taking place, Democracy Square. For SVG TV News, Larissa Pugsley-Kidd.
Internationally, at least 50 people have been killed in a fire at a factory in Bangladesh. It is feared many more remain trapped inside the building. Al Jazeera's Alexi O'Brien reports.
Through the smoky haze, emergency workers battle a blaze that's been burning since Thursday. This was once a food and beverage factory in Rupganj, an industrial town 25 kilometres east of the capital Dhaka. The 5-storey building, now a charred shell. It's believed the fire began on the ground floor and spread quickly because of the chemicals and plastic bottles stored inside. The main gate was said to be locked, trapping many workers. They were instead brought out in body bags, covered in ash and dirt, and packed into waiting ambulances. Relatives waited overnight for news as flames lit up the darkness and smoke billowed into the sky.
My brother worked at the 6th floor of the factory. I lost communication with him after 5 p.m. His phone is still switched off. Oh God, help me.
We came here because my niece was not answering her phone for a while, and now the phone is not ringing at all. We're worried.
While some people were rescued from the roof, several others were injured when they jumped from the 2nd and 3rd floors to escape.
The situation is very critical. There are roads at 2 sides of the building. Our vehicles can't access the other 2 sides. There's also no way for vehicles to move on. And it's very risky to go higher. Now we can't go higher due to the immense heat and smoke.
Factory fires are common in Bangladesh, where many of the businesses operate illegally and without safety measures. Big Western brands, which employ tens of thousands of low-paid workers there, have come under heavy pressure to improve conditions. Authorities did impose tougher safety rules after more than 1,100 people died when a garment factory collapsed in Dhaka in 2013. Just months earlier, 112 workers had lost their lives when they were trapped in a burning factory on the outskirts of the city. An investigation's been launched into how this latest fire started. Grieving family members are demanding answers and justice. Alexia O'Brien, Al Jazeera.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I'm Trellona Charles. Thank you for joining us. And now to recap tonight's headlines. 2 individuals are facing separate alleged incest charges. One a Mount Moritz businessman and the other a pharmacist. Social Development Minister calls on religious leaders to tackle the issue of child sexual abuse on their pulpits. Education Minister outlines new initiatives to be implemented in the new school year. In our One Caribbean Hookup, police say foreign hit squad killed Haiti's president and at least 50 people killed in a Bangladesh factory fire. And in sports, Grenadian Olympian Delron Felix scheduled to depart for Tokyo this weekend. If you missed any part of this newscast, the repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Trellona Charles. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.